How are we doing, guys? Moose here, back for episode number 55, our West Ham United career mode, and we are back with some tactics talk, a new segment here. It's our there's a lot of talk in the terraces about the tactics that we've been using here at West Ham United, and so we are going to address some suggestions from fans. I love when you guys bring this up and really send things in from people that are watching the career mode. So from Cruiser first, he says, now more playing wise, how much does Payet get action, and have you thought about playing Dybala, Lacazette together up top? As for Payet, he hasn't got a ton of action, and that's really due to the fact that I've been playing Dybala in that withdrawn second striker attacking midfield role, which is what suits Payet the most. And we haven't been playing Lacazette and Dybala as a pair. And Vrabbit says, I'm not crazy. You have to keep Dybala happy in a 4-4-2 Classic or Diamond. He's going to want to play up top as he is a striker. I see you using 2 CDM, so you could play a 4-4-2 Classic with Teo, Goretzka, Noble, and Payet across the middle. Or in a Diamond, you could go Goretzka and holding midfield, Teo and Carrillo on the wings, Payet just in behind the pair of strikers in Dybala and Lacazette. And it would leave Carrillo and Antonio out, so it would offer some substitutions, or some options for substitutions. Cruiser then came back saying we could try the 4-2-2 with Goretzka and Chiante and holding midfield, Teo and Payet in attacking midfield / on the wings, and then Dybala and Lacazette up top. So clearly, that's a matter of contention with you guys that you think we should be playing Dybala up front. He suits that number 10 role so well, I think, because he has that great dribbling, his passing is very solid, and he can still finish, in my opinion. But he was a leading scorer in the Premier League, so should he be back up top for the remainder of the season? You guys let me know. Here's our current lineup that we've been running out. Lacazette essentially up top, Dybala behind, Antonio and Teo, or Carrillo or Payet, depending on the matchup on the wings. Goretzka, Noble, and Chiante are holding midfielders, of course, so that's one iteration. A 4-4-2 Classic could see Goretzka, Chiante, or Noble in the middle, Teo and Carrillo or Antonio and Payet on the wings, with Lacazette and Dybala up front. So let me know if you guys prefer that setup, because, you know, Dybala definitely does. He could sort into that attacking midfield role. He can have a lot of freedom to move around, as Lacazette will play off the back of the last defender. Or we could go with a 4-4-2 Diamond. I wonder about this because it doesn't necessarily have enough midfield strength, because Payet doesn't necessarily play a ton of defense. Antonio does, but Teo and Payet don't. Lacazette and Dybala don't. So would that be a bit too offensive for us? But let me know in the comments below which of these formations you'd like to see us adopt, which one you think suits our style the absolute best, because I really want to hear from you guys. So thank you so much for all the support. It's unbelievable that you guys can provide that onto my videos, and it really means the absolute world to me. So that's fantastic, guys. Leave a like for the tactics talk here. It's something new that I brought into the career mode. I thought it was really, really fun. I love getting in depth with a particular career mode, try and make it, you know, as exciting as possible, give you guys new things to talk about and have your voice heard in the career mode. So thank you so much for all the support and all the tactics talk that you guys sent in, and it really, really adds something to spice up the career mode. It's fantastic. So we should see some Hammers headlines in the next episode, obviously having to do with that as well. But in this episode, we do have to play a couple of matches here. We have Bournemouth at home in the league. We're coming off the back of that victory at Wembley against Norwich City that sent us into the FA Cup final. So we will have that to look forward to on the docket. But we're still fighting for possibly a championship here in the Premier League. 5 matches to go. We're 6 points back of Chelsea. So we would need them to slip up significantly, but it is still possible. In the lineup, we're going to run out here. Butland in goal. Iorfa, Ogbonna, Reed, and Cresswell across the back line. Iorfa is going to get a chance. He's played well recently. Chiante and Noble in holding midfield. Carrillo, Antonio, and Dybala will be our attacking triumvirate behind Alexander Lacazette. So Carrillo, he's worked his way back in the starting lineup, and hopefully he can do the business for us. Obviously, he's been helped by the injury to Teo to get him back in the lineup, and the inefficiency of Dimitri Payet. He's really struggled. I'll tell you what about Payet. He does not play well on the wing. He doesn't have enough pace to burst past defenders. He's got unbelievable dribbling, of course, good passing and finishing. So that's why he fits so much better in an attacking midfield, central attacking midfield role. But with Dybala currently filling that role with so much aplomb, it's really hard for me to slot Payet into the starting lineup. So I've been using him more as the substitute. But after Jackie Butland makes a good save, we come forward in the 6th minute. Andre Carrillo on the ball, dances around Tyron Mings with unbelievable skill. Did you look at that? It was fantastic. He goes to whip the ball and plays it to the back post to Antonio. The shot is first save, and Carrillo on hand to slot in the rebound. What a wonderful run, and that was all about Andre Carrillo. He does Tyrone Mings with an unbelievable, I think it was an elastico is what he pulled off. I can't even remember the skill move he pulled off. And gets the ball, pulls it back to Antonio, whose first shot is saved from the low cross. But the rebound comes right to the feet of Carrillo, and he does not mess about. He's not going to mess from there. He doesn't get great contact, but it's in the back of the net regardless. And we do take an early 1-0 lead thanks to the genius that is Andre Carrillo. Lovely skill there. And performances like that are going to continue to keep Payet out of the lineup on the wings if he keeps playing like that. But Lacazette is found by Paulo Dybala early on here. He does really well to dance past a couple defenders. Plays it in the back post. Carrillo! Shades of offside there. He looked to be miles offside. If you look back at the replay, I think the right back, might have been playing him on, but it looked at least a yard offside. Let's watch it here. This is a great angle. Lacazette with a great burst of pace to get past the defender, and that is just... He's open for absolute miles. He's not going to miss from there. Carrillo, oh my goodness, it's the easiest goal he'll score in his entire career. It's like taking candy from a baby that way. And Carrillo looking for possibly a 7-minute hat trick here. But his shot is saved by the Bournemouth keeper the first time they've kept Andre Carrillo out all night. And he gets another good chance here for maybe a 10-minute hat trick. Dybala on the ball. Finds Carrillo through on the right-hand side. Strikes it with venom from his left foot. And it's inches away from the goal. Andre Carrillo nearly with the quickest hat trick in this entire career. Unbelievable performance he's putting in so far. But Bournemouth not to be outdone. They come back the other way. And a good shot from Bew. I don't know what his name is, but he's not able to score. And we do get a free kick with Lacazette. Now we know how good he is on free kicks, and he forces that Bournemouth keeper into an unbelievable save. Ryu with a really nice save to keep out Alexander Lacazette. Take a look at this. He curls it, looking for that top corner, and it's a really good save by the Bournemouth keeper. So Lacazette dangerous on free kicks as ever. But Bournemouth with a really good chance, forcing Jack Butland into a save in the 31st minute from Bew. That's his name, Bew. Finally got the hang of it. But really good save from Butland, and we stay as we are 2 goals up, 2 goals to the good here. But great ball out wide from Iorfa to Carrillo. He's going to whip in. Lacazette in the center of the area from 8 yards away. He's not going to miss with that header. Bosh into the back of the net. Makes no mistakes about it. He's a poacher. He's a killer. He's got that killer instinct in front of goal. Lovely play from Iorfa to find Carrillo. He whips in a delightful ball. That is tasty. Tasty. Great ball in to Lacazette, and he's not going to mess about from there. Great finish, and he continues his unbelievable scoring streak here in the Premier League as he marches up the leaderboard in only half a season. Andre Carrillo, though, this run comes to nothing, but I had to show you. He pulls off the standing roulette and then the heel-to-heel flick. That's unbelievable. We give him a chance here in the 65th minute to try and whip a free kick in and give himself that hat trick. Unfortunately, it's a good save by the keeper, but Butland plays the ball out wide to Gabriel, who's come on, finds Chiante here late on. We've actually moved Carrillo up top, looking to give him that hat trick. Gabriel uses his strength to hang onto the ball, finds Carrillo, Andre Carrillo, and there's the hat trick. We decided to be, played for him. We knew we were going to come away with the victory, so we decided let's put Carrillo up top, see if we can give him that hat trick. And at the final stroke of the game, Butland plays the ball from a goal kick up to Gabriel. He wins the ball through, and that lone player showing off what kind of skill he has. Kino, I believe, asked a question a couple episodes ago, what have I thought of the lone players and how they've done this year, meaning Gabriel and Ruben Neves. They've both been fantastic. Gabriel really struggled for me the first half of the season, but he has come on like an absolute house on fire. He's been fantastic lately. Of course, there's Carrillo getting the match ball. Unbelievable performance from him. Hat-trick hero, no question about it. He's our Moose's Mighty Hammer player of the match. Chiante's going to get 2 points, and Lacazette will get 1 point in the voting. But like I said, Gabriel's been very, very solid as of late. He scored that fantastic goal against Crystal Palace, curled it in the far corner. Fantastic. He's shown what kind of pace he has. He can play on the wing as well as up front, so he's been very versatile, which I like. And Ruben Neves is an absolute tank in the center of the park. Obviously, we have 3 really solid CDMs already, and I think I want to look possibly to get a top-notch CDM here in the summer, possibly to really, really shore up our team. as we go into Europe next season, more than likely. So that's something I'm interested in. So Ruben Neves might not have a place on the team next year. Gabriel I'd love to bring back on a loan if I could, because he's been very, very solid, but he hasn't progressed ratings wise as much as I'd like. Unlike Sam Medine here, who's now up to 74 overall. I believe he started the season at like 64 overall. So that unbelievable growth from him. He is in fantastic form, and he's really been an able deputy to Aaron Cresswell, especially in the first half of the season when Cresswell was playing like absolute just crap, really, to be honest. He was terrible. But we do have a match now against Manchester City. They're looking to solidify their place in the top 4, while we're looking to try and rein in Chelsea here at the top of the table and make it a bit interesting as we go towards the end of the campaign. You can see we have seen them lose unbelievably, so that means if we win today, we have a match in hand. We'll be only 3 points back with 3 matches to go. City, of course, they're trying to climb back into that top 4, so they need a great performance. They got Iheanacho up top, De Bruyne, Sterling, Yaya Toure. I mean, that's a fantastic attacking lineup. Joe Hart in goal, company. I mean, it's just a really, really solid team that they have that we're going to have to contend with. Aguero not even in the lineup, I don't think, so he must be injured, because I'm 99% sure they have not sold him yet, although he might have went to Bayern, I can't remember. But Lacazette's up top for us, Dybala behind, Antonio and Carrillo. It's the same lineup with the exception of Van der Veer coming back in for Iorfa that we played in the last match, and hopefully we can do the business. Carrillo trying to make the most of it here on the right-hand side. He looks to dance past a couple of defenders, does really well with a nice step over, skips inside, looks to play it into Lacazette. Oh, it's deflected in! It's an own goal! It's come off, I think, the legs of Otamendi. Carrillo wants to claim it for himself, but it's come off the City defender, skips past Joe Hart, and Lady Fortune is really on our side. Lady Luck favoring West Ham United right now, and it is the Andre Carrillo show. What a fantastic performance that he's put on to give us yet another lead here early on in the match. But Man City, not to be outdone, they come back the other way, and De Bruyne lines up a strike from range that doesn't trouble Butland, so we are going to have to contend with them here. Mark Noble, though, showing some determination to hold Navas off the ball, finds Antonio out on the left-hand side, who's really been an unsung hero of this campaign, whips into Chiante, and he's come off the post. An unbelievable chance for our holding midfielder, one of our talismans, just a ball full of energy, Chiante, but unfortunately his header does not go into the back of the net, and we've really seemed to come into sync here, guys. I think the formation has been fantastic. Chiante's been really, really solid with Noble paired with him. Gortzka's even come in, started playing well above his performance levels from the beginning of the season. Antonio's been unreal. Carrillo is finally living up to the hype. He's got, you know, I think 5 or 6 goals now after that last performance, so he's finally coming good. And of course, Lacazette and Dybala have the chemistry like they've been playing together their entire career. So Chiante finds Lacazette here in the 63rd minute. He skips inside defender, plays it back to Dybala, who tries to curl it into the far corner, and that shot is inches away for the Argentine. Take a look at how close this is going in the back of the net. My word, Dybala, he deserved a goal. He's gotten a few less chances since we moved him back to that second striker role behind Lacazette. Of course, Lacazette's been banging in the goals, but Dybala is still the one thing we've had to say about him throughout the season is he hasn't necessarily put away the chances as prolifically as he maybe should. So that's almost why I use it as a counter argument for him playing in that, with a 2-striker format, is that he missed a lot of chances, and I'd rather have Lacazette as the poacher on the finishing end of all these chances, because he's shown he doesn't mess about in front of goal. He puts the ball in the back of the net. Really good chance here late on. Antonio whipping the ball in. It's cleared away only as far as Reece Oxford, who's come on to help out, shore up our defense late on in this performance and hold on for a 1-0 victory. But Dybala into Gortzka. Can he fancy a late banger from range? Unfortunately, he's not able to put it on target. It does go wide. But that would be all she wrote. It's an unbelievable victory yet again. 1-0 over Manchester City. And that man we just saw celebrating, Jackie Butland, man of the match performance for me. He was unbelievable, an absolute rocking goal if you're watching the highlights. He made a ton of saves, and he is going to get the 3 Moose's Mighty Hammer points. And he could be a late front runner for Moose's Mighty Hammer of the year with the points he's been racking in. Carrillo's going to get 2 points in the voting. Of course, he created our opening goal, which was an own goal from Otamendi, and 1 point for Winston Reid, who was, again, very solid at the center defense. I think we have the best defensive record in the Premier League, so I don't want to, not give credit where credit is due to my defenders, so they deserve to get moves to my hammer points as well, especially in this victory. But following this, we do get a look at the table. I haven't shown you guys the table enough, besides in those little pre-match snippets that it always shows it, but we are sitting just behind Chelsea. Norwich, Crystal Palace, and Leicester are really in a, as is Middlesbrough, really in a battle to try and get out of the relegation places this year, so that's going to be an interesting fight here in these final 3 or 4 games of the campaign. And of course, we're looking to take the title away from Chelsea if we can. So 3 points difference, 3 games to go. It's going to be an unbelievable run to the end of the season. But thank you guys so much for watching. I appreciate the support always. Be sure to bang a like on the video to show your support. Subscribe to the channel if you're new. I always appreciate. And of course, continue watching, guys. Thank you so much. We'll see you in the next episode. Take care. Bye-bye.
Like we always do with this time. I got to shine.